Fenty finna make y'all go broke. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Ursula Living, and of course I am your girl Ursula, and y'all, Fenty is finna make us go broke. Alright, they finna make all of us go broke. They have dropped some major new products for the spring, as well as I guess for the summer. They may be coming out with more, I have no idea, but I'm gonna let you know which products I got, my thoughts and everything like that. So jumping right in, Fenty came out with 2 new brushes. I did try them out in the store and they did feel nice and everything, but I know that I have brushes here at home that I can use, and so I just opted out of that. They also came out with some new kilowatts. They came out with the Kilowatt and Afternoon Snack and Mo Honey, and I did not get that product mainly because when I went to the store they didn't have it in stock, and I really wanted to see what it looked like before I purchased it. And I've been watching some reviews here on YouTube and it looks amazing, but I still would like to see it in person before I actually purchase it. So I didn't get that one, but I think if you have, what is it? It's another one that's similar in Fenty. If I think of it, I'll put it across the screen. But that they're very similar, except that Afternoon Snack and Mo Honey is a little bit darker. So if you thought that one, the other one, I can't even think of it right now. Is it something with Hustler Baby or something? I don't know. But anyway, if you like that one or you thought it was too light, you might like this one. Also, they came out with some new Kilowatt foils. They came out with 2. One of them didn't make the cut. It was going to be brought out. It was kind of like a reddish, pinkish kind of color. It looks really cool, but because of the name, they had to pull it. Or they didn't have to. They decided to pull it. The other one that they came out with is called Penny for You Thoughts, and I actually do have it here. And this is, of course, the packaging. Pretty much the traditional Fenty packaging. And then, let me see if I can open it up. This is... See, I've used it a couple times because I've been trying it out. But this is what it looks like. Now, when I saw this online, I was totally excited to get it because I thought that it was really coppery, really brown and bronzy. And when I went to the store, I was like, oh yeah, it definitely looks that way. But then when I got it home and I started applying it, I was like, I don't know. And I know people were saying that they thought that it was like Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule like came together and made a highlighter. And it is similar to Moscow Mule and Ginger Binge. And if you can see, this is what they both look like together. So it's a little bit, this is probably a little bit more shimmery. It's Penny for You Thoughts is a little bit more shimmery, a little bit more chunky. And so I'm also going to swatch them for you guys so you can see the difference as well. And I'm going to put Penny for You Thoughts in the middle. And it is very, the glitter chunks in it are very chunky. Alright guys, so I swatched them here for you guys. I don't even know if you can tell, but this is Ginger Binge, this is Penny for You Thoughts, and of course this is Moscow Mule. And I'll try to get a little bit closer. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they are kind of similar, like it may be in the similar family a little bit, but you can definitely tell that Penny for You Thoughts has that more copper kind of feel. But let me tell you something, when you put it on your face, it's not as coppery. It doesn't look like that. It looks to me more, I can see the more red coming out, and the glitter chunks are kind of big. So I don't even know if I want to actually keep this one. So it might be going back. It is really pretty. It will look really beautiful on darker skin tone. For me, on the eyes, it looked great. On the cheeks, it would kind of look great. I think I'm just more disappointed in the fact that when you swatch it and what it looks like in the pan, when you apply it to your face, to me, it just looks a little bit different. And I think that I'm just disappointed because I thought it was going to be a different color than what it actually turned out to be. Then, of course, okay, they came out with the bronzers. Hello, that is like the main product of this launch. They came out with 8 bronzers, just like they did with their powders. 2 for each shade range. You know, they go from 1 to 400 shade range, so 2 for each shade range. Now, I will say this, when I went into the store, I wear 350, sometimes I can wear 370. So I knew that I was in the 300 range, which for those 2 products, you have Caramel Cutie and Bajan Gyal. And so I immediately was like, I'm gonna go to Caramel Cutie because it's a little bit darker. And when I went into the store and tried it on, I was like, whoa. And I think it was my application and those brushes as well, going back to that. It was just something about it. I was applying it too dark and it looked more like a contour instead of a bronzer. And so I was like, okay, let me try Bajan Gyal. Tried that one. I was like, this looks a little bit too orangey. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go for Caramel Cutie. Maybe when I go home and use a different brush and apply it a little bit lighter with a lighter hand, maybe it'll be better, or a more fluffier brush. And I will say that if you have not gotten these bronzers yet, I really recommend that you go into the store, because what you see online and the way that they swatch, I mean, they are very similar in color, but it is like the payoff is the same. The color is what it is, but when you actually apply it to your face, because it is bronzer, unless you're using it as a contour, because it is bronzer, it's going to diffuse more, and so it's not going to be as dark. So I definitely recommend, even if they don't have your shade in the store, to definitely at least go try some of the testers that they have out in the store and see how it works. And, you know, go outside, go in the store, you know, apply it with different brushes, maybe go darker, lighter. I would definitely start off with a lighter application and build up so you can see what you like. But when I got home, I was like, no matter how I applied it, I was like, Caramel Cutie is just too dark. And then I got Bajan Girl, and you guys, Bajan Girl, Gal, I think is gonna be like my go-to. I'm just like, Caramel Cutie, catch me in the summer maybe, or if I want to use it as a contour. But I'm gonna show you both of them. They are the kilowatts are 36, the bronzers are 30, and look at this packaging, guys. Look at that. Just look at that. Wow, you see my fingerprints on it, but look at that. It's the same Fenty setup, but with the rose gold kind of packaging. So when you're going through your makeup, you're like, oh yeah, that's my bronzer right there. Anyway, let me show you Bajan Gyal first. And these have like this, you know, the mirror. I'll show you guys. I don't care if y'all see my setup, but that's the mirror. And this is Bajan Gyal. And then the other one is Caramel Cutie. Okay, so now I'm going to put both of them up together. This is Bajan Gyal, this is Caramel Cutie. And I'm in natural lighting right now, just to let you guys know. So you can definitely tell this is a little bit darker. I'm going to go ahead and swatch them for you on my wrist. And honestly, when you swatch them, I even recommend swatching them on your actual skin, not on the inside of your wrist. The inside of your wrist is a little bit lighter, but just for the sake of this video, I'm swatching them on the inside of my wrist. Also, just as well, like with their face powders, don't be afraid just because you're in the 300 range. Don't be afraid to go jump in the 200 range or the 400 range. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's Island Ting. I could have worn that color too. And so the top one is Bajan Gyal, and then this is Caramel Cutie. No, it's probably just better like this. There you go. And so now what I'm going to do is I already have like my foundation on. I didn't do like a heavy foundation thing. I'm going to go ahead and apply these. I'm going to apply Bajan Cutie to this side of my face and Caramel Cutie to this side of my face, and come back and you guys let me know which one you think, or that you like better, I should say. All right, so here we go. Bronzers a little bit better. On this side is Bajan Gyal, and on this one is Caramel Cutie. So I will turn. This is Bajan Gyal, and then of course Caramel Cutie. I don't know if you can see the difference. I tried to do a light application on this side, but you can probably see it here a little bit. It's a little bit more darker. This is a little bit more warm and orangey. So I definitely can use both of these colors. So if you're in the 300 range, you know, you definitely can use these. But like I said, don't be afraid to go into the other colors as well, because we all have different undertones, and just because you're in the 300 range doesn't necessarily mean that Caramel Cutie is going to work for you, especially if you're in the lower 300 range. Caramel Cutie may be way too dark for you. So, you know, you just have to really see. That's why I said to test them, to try them on. But this is it. Now I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna just finish the rest of my little makeup, and then you guys let me know which side that you like. Okay guys, so I have finished my makeup, and basically what I've done is I've added Moscow Mule and Ginger Binge. I just swirled them together, put them on my cheeks here. And then on top of that, I put a little bit of Trophy Wife and Trophy Wife down the bridge of my nose. Also, whatever was left from the Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule, I just swept over like the inside of my eyes here, and then I used the matchstick in Rum and put on the eyelids. Also, I put a little Trophy Wife on the lips, and then finish off with the Gloss Bomb and Diamond Milk. So guys, like I said, penny for your thoughts. I think I'm gonna take it back because I think Moscow Mule and Ginger Binge just works fine for me. They're kind of similar. It is a little bit different, but I think I might be taking it back. I don't know. Also, the bronzers are wonderful. I'm so glad that Fenty went ahead and decided to get the bronzers. Now, just a little con, yes, they should come out with more colors. I mean, I even think that there could be a color in between Bajan Gyal and Caramel Cutie. I definitely think that. I think they can come out with some darker shades. I think they should come out with some different undertones for some of our more pale sisters out there. And I just think that they could, I'm not going to say I think they could do better, because I think they're doing wonderfully. I just think that they can come out with more colors and undertones, and word on the street is that they're supposed to do that. Also, just FYI, because I've seen it on YouTube, and I'm not saying that I'm a makeup artist or that I just know everything, because I don't, but I've been seeing a lot of people and they're like, oh, it doesn't work, or it's too red, or it's too this. And I mean, first of all, either you like bronzer or you don't. You know, just because a company comes out with bronzer doesn't mean that you gotta try it. Number two, a lot of people are putting it like here, like really trying to contour with it. Now, you definitely with some of these shades can contour if, you know, if it's dark enough for you to do that. But honestly, your bronzer should be it should be a little bit higher than where you would contour, and so it brings warmth. Some of y'all are going like really in here, and I'm like, it should be up a little bit. So that's another thing. And you know, definitely go in and try these bronzers out, test them out if you can, because even swatching them on the hand, they look different than actually when you apply them to the face. Also, just for reference, I did use this Wet n Wild brush. On one side I used the Bajan Gyal, the other side I used Caramel Cutie. This is a little bit dense, but it's really fluffy as well, as you can see. You can probably tell this is the Bajan Gyal, this is the Caramel Cutie. But anyway, I could go on and on about the positives about this. There's really not any negatives, and I don't even think coming out with more colors is a negative, because it come out with 8, and then also that it's a quality product. I'm down for it. But what I want to know is, which side do you like better? Do you like the Bajan Gyal or Caramel Cutie? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know if you got any of these products from this last release, and what do you think about it? And what are you looking forward to? What do you want to see Fenty Beauty come out with next? Alright, so that's it for now. Stay tuned.